a quiet mind, a silent mind, angelic personality. Angels are flying together, and they are also living on their own. They are both in a gathering, as well as carrying a task on their own. An angel never feels lonely. The angel is always aware of the company of the supreme angel. Angels are happy. They are always happily engaged in sharing their vision of the new world. They do it with modesty. They do it constantly. What are the qualities of angels? Everyone loves the angels. What are their features?
Very beautiful commentary. This angelic being, this being which is non-physical, belongs to a living reality which is completely non-physical. Just like taking an analogy, we are in this physical world. In this physical world, as a human being, human body, we have an identity, and we have the relationships, we have a home, we are interacting in that complete setup, having some occupations, some hobbies. That's part of all of these interactions, and which is what is called, we are living here. We are living a life here, and it seems so natural, so normal. In the similar way, this non-physical being, when we are in this consciousness of this angelic consciousness, that whole subtle non-physical reality opens up, and it's like, it's not a dormant reality. It's not something which is, it is completely full of life. is like you have a home, you have your mother, father, you have your family, you have an occupation, a hobby, you have just like your physical possessions, you're playing with subtle possessions. And all of this is not something which is something hypothetical, conceptual, or just intellectually we are trying to see it, visualize it. When we come into that state of consciousness, it is like we are living that life naturally. It is very solid. Someone can be sitting here for 8 hours doing nothing. And that is what at some point of time we might be given a situation in this drama. And we won't get bored, or we might not feel lonely wanting to do something. Because at a physical level, at this drama level, there's nothing to do. But the consciousness, the angelic consciousness, it is living in that subtle world. Every moment it feels nourished. Every moment there is attainments. It's living a life there. And it's an active life. It's not something which is passive. It's full of bliss. It's full of umangutsa, zeal and enthusiasm. But that bliss and umangutsa is also silent. It's deeply immersive. That silence, that quietness means complete immersion in those angelic feelings. It's not emptiness or blankness that is there, but it's immersion, it's fullness in an angelic feeling of love, of bliss. That is what true silence is, true quietness is. That silence you can be with your angelic family. That silence you can be with your angelic mummy and daddy. You can even interact. Everything is possible in that silence.
Angels are silent, happy, blissful, and everyone is happy with them. An angel does not complain. Have you ever seen a complaining angel? Then they are not an angel. They are happy and everyone else around them is happy. God is happy with them. Where is this happiness coming from? Why we are not experiencing that happiness constantly?
Ego within us. We need to take that responsibility that is within us, which is blocking these authentic feelings. And because this ego wants or has tasted in its memory some kind of a happiness out of this body consciousness by being stuck and immersed in this little monkey story, little monkey drama. And that taste, its subtle imprint is a line there which is blocking those angelic feelings, that angelic happiness, because the source of that happiness is coming from outside, from that drama. Once we remove that, we actually realize our source of happiness is eternal. We can instantly, it's like we can instantly generate that happiness inside us. We are creators of happiness, or we are in fact full of it, oceans of happiness. And the foundation of this happiness is again that subtle reality. Just like here in this physical world, we get happiness by those identifications and those interactions with those identifications. You have a home, you have some nice possessions, and you're taking pleasure from those possessions. You're taking pleasure from the people or the relationship. You're taking pleasure from the position, the power, PPP, the 3Ps. Similar way, this angelic being has eternal angelic possessions, eternal angelic relationships, eternal angelic position or self-respect, which Baba gives us. Those titles, highest elevating titles of self-respect, Swaman. They're immensely nourishing, giving us the highest title. You are Rajrishis. No one else can get a title here. These are alokik divine titles. Your deities, divine. You are like Durga. You are like Krishna, and it's not a physical thing, but it's a subtle image what we are identifying. That personality of the angel, of this deity-like angelic being, subtle angelic personality, that home, that father, that relationships, all our eternal possessions, all our virtues, all our powers. The more we apply it, the more we feel it. And we apply it here in Mansa Vacha Karmana. The more we apply, the more that life flows, that angelic life flows. Life is movement, life is never static. If the river stagnates, it pollutes. It has to keep flowing.
The humility of the angels. No expectations, selflessness, no desires to satisfy any pleasure. Angels are generous-hearted. All the angels are creating a big heart, a heart that beats for God and His task of transforming the world. Angels are constantly giving. They don't keep anything for themselves. They are ignorant of the word mine. They are ignorant of the word I. It's only you. What are these angels giving? Where are they giving from? And who is receiving? What is this generous heart of an angel?
This angelic being is giving everything that it has in its eternal life, in its unlimited life, in its subtle, non-physical reality. Because it's ever present, it's akhand, avinashi. It can't be in any way broken, destroyed, can't be reduced in any way. The human psychology, just at a physical level, is that whenever someone is ready to give, it means that person feels it has more than enough. Then they can give with an open heart, even at a physical level. Same way, this reality is unlimited, it's eternal, it can never diminish. And with that open heart, soul is giving everything that it has. All of those things that it has experienced, the highest relationships, that love with the Father, with that angelic company, that respect that it receives, that true self-respect. Humility is giving that respect to that other soul. Humility means you are in your self-respect. It doesn't mean there's any inferiority or superiority complex. It is like two deities, how they interact together, with what love they have. In mythology, that's how it's portrayed. It's like two kings giving respect to each other. That's what every being wants ultimately. That sense of love, that sense of belongingness, that I belong to you, and that sense of respect ultimately. Is full. We are making every being realize they're full in their possessions, in their powers, subtle powers, virtues. That's what their possessions are. Their knowledge is the highest possession. He reproduces through our stage and through our acts, mansa vacha karmana, practically. While this angelic being has taken an avatar, it has become avtarit here. Via mansa vacha karmana, it is on this angelic task, angelic mission.
Angels are so incognito. You cannot write your name on the angel. They are tireless in singing the praise of God. They constantly remind others that it is God that is responsible for the transformation of the entire world. It is God, the one that inspires the angels. God is their supreme friend. God is their teacher, their guide. God is their parent. Ultimately, the angel is the embodiment of freedom, being free from weaknesses, being free from vices, completely free. Flying means free, no trace of vice in the mind. That is not a small thing. Where are they flying? What is the purpose of all this angelic world? Where is this freedom taking us?
There is freedom, and there is in that freedom a dhikana. The souls need a dhikana, a place of being stable, a place where you can belong. You don't feel restless or wanting to go out, but naturally there enjoying. It's like you are in a big, huge palace, and the child is in that palace. He is enjoying, he's running, he's playing inside that palace, yet he's always in that palace with the father. He's free, yet he's in his own. Angels are like those innocent children flying in the angelic palace with the supreme royal father, living with the angelic family. And we are taking everyone there.
Heading towards a new world, building that palace inside the cave of introspection, the palace of a completely new world. The angels are busy with envisioning a heaven. When we are experiencing the mind and the heart of the angel, we feel there is heaven on earth. When you are free from weakness and waste thoughts, you feel it's paradise. Eventually, each angel becomes a decoration on the rosary around God's neck. It's a long and beautiful rosary, and each angel has its place in this rosary. No one is left out. Thank you for listening. Thank you, Karthik.
Thank you very much.
We meet again tomorrow at the same time for the Angelic Consciousness series. Bye-bye. Have a nice